When one speaks of tourist places, you usually think of visiting other countries with magnificent monuments. But today I want to talk about a monument that was not created by man, and that is our country, a real marble nature, caño crystals. From Bogota, you can get to this beautiful place taking first car to get to Villavicencio, and then taking a plane to the Sierra La Macarena, where you will find all they need in terms of hotels and meals. Caño Crystal is located in the Sierra de la Macarena, which is located in the middle of the eastern plains of Colombia, interrupting the immense horizon. The south is so great that by itself gives the idea that it is a rich and house it all climates and a huge amount of wildlife and vegetation typical of them. Precisely in these mountains where nature can be seen in all its splendor, in a country that despite being involved in war and conflict that have years and years, it has managed to distinguish for its great natural and fluvial, and which of course could not miss the place where it seems he had stayed a part of Eden. In this category we find Caño Crystal, of river of five colors. By some call it the river that ran away from paradise, being chosen by different photographers to show the hidden beauty of this beautiful country. This river has been listed as one of the most beautiful, if not the most beautiful in the world, and although for many years was a prohibited destination that was in an area of guerrillas and paramilitaries, where were conducted kidnappings and outraged people thanks to the war to rescue the sites. Is a tourist site visited and valued by people in our country and abroad. Crystal born south of the Sierra de la Macarena and runs eastward to finally disappear in Guayabero River. In its banks find colors: yellow, blue, green, black, and red, which are produced by the presence of abundant algae, and that depending on the time of year intensify towards either colors. It is a succession of rapids, waterfalls, corriones, and posetas. The waters are so poor that displace the background. No fish for the dominant feathers in its bed, but thanks to its majestic colors and great weather, it looks much more alive than many other places where fish abound. The rocks surrounding the river are about 1,000 million years old. During the rainy season the river becomes an even more impressive, because having bedrock increases it is flow from digging. Besides having the opportunity to visit magical landscape, there is the possibility of finding pictographs and petroglyphs of the ancient cultures of the region, a large variety of species in their natural habitat. Many travelers, explorers, and tourists who have known the Sierra de la Macarena define it as one of the most beautiful places of the planet. Nature is imposed through its magical colors, sounds, water, flora, and fauna unmatched. A caño crystal is by their condition a haven of tranquility. Birds of beautiful plumage and melodious singing, lush vegetation, crystal clear rivers, and pure and landscape that invites you to dream. It is said that this part of the Sierra de la Macarena region is of great interest for research, tourists, and lover peace that regions there. landscape as a few that still exist in this era of attacks of wildlife, animals and plant species that decorate with its existence the legacy of nature. See the birds flying is a sight rarely appreciated outdoors and in a fringe of their own habitat. Caño crystal, despite the devastation and outrage of settlers and traders in wood, who cut trees without environmental awareness, are still the main part of the wildlife reserve of the Sierra de la Macarena. In other words, is the meeting place of all the beauties of our Colombian geography. Your future, unfortunately uncertain, depend the cry of the true defenders of this stunning place, because there is manifest a will environment that work knowing in order to enhance the voice of protest in defense of this natural life scenario, crossed by creeks wonderful, clear waterfalls, streams and waterfalls picturesque, seldom appreciated. The rock formation in the area have attracted many tourists, who indiscriminately reach caño crystals. In many cases perform an unusual form of recreation based on the lack of respect for nature. Invade the most beautiful places, start forest fires, leave rubbish everywhere, hunt endangered animals, etc. The Sierra de la Macarena should be better defended by the environmental authorities, in this case by the Ministry of Environment, for being a place so beautiful and often little known. I invite you to know this magical place, a place where they can escape the routine, reconnect with yourself, look at all the wonders of our country, but what is more important, a place that is yours, that is native Colombia. Of course, I invite you to enjoy this wonderful of form responsible, without destroying the fauna of or flora, taking care not to damage the bed of seaweed, also that gives the river its majestic colors.